رائعا، أنا على وشك النزول من الطائرة. هل نسيت الخطة مرة أخرى؟ دعني أكررها لك مرة أخرى.
Yes, that's right.
أولا سنقوم بتسجيل الدخول إلى الفندق. لا تنسى طلب وجبة الإفطار للغد من مكتب الاستقبال. في اليوم الثاني سنذهب لتذوق المأكولات المحلية والقيام ببعض التسوق.
Dun 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 dun.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to it. Another exciting episode of the AZ Podcast. Another Tuesday, 3 p.m.
If consistency with two people,
it would be us.
We are back, like Msana, like not your father.
Yes, and today's guest. I think it's safe to say we say mayor holds the keys to the city, right? Mm-hmm. And today we have the Lusaka Mayor, her worship. Sorry?
Janitors as well.
Janitors in the council building?
Yeah.
Have the keys to the city? Her worship, the mayor of the city of Lusaka, and I must emphasize the fact that she's actually the first female elected to this position, to this office. Please make some noise. Please put your digital hands together for the mayor of Lusaka, Miss, and I need to emphasize the Miss part.
Yes.
Chilando Chitangala. Make some noise.
So I'll tell you something. My algorithm, for some reason, it would constantly bring up Simon's posts as well as George. Mm-hmm. And again, I don't know if he's running yet, but there has been quite a lot of talk of late. So I decided to call her.
Okay.
And I don't know what kind of sangoma I have, but a lot of the people that I call, apart from the one person that I told you was not picking up my calls, she picked up. We spoke. We had a couple of alternative dates, but she did agree to come on, have a conversation with us. So thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I can tell you that you are a person that actually responds promptly. Even before you knew who I was. So we were actually able to have a conversation, and here we are. So we hope by the end of this conversation, for those people who had no idea who you were, what you've done, how you got into this, might have a bit more understanding.
Mm-hmm.
I must have been disappointed with one thing to start with.
Why are you disappointed?
And where's the bling? I thought maybe you'd show us some love and wear the mayoral bling.
Okay.
She's got a Jesus piece right there.
Yeah. Smaller piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a bigger one.
Yes, I have one that is the office one, the one that I think you wanted to see.
That's the one I wanted to see.
And can you imagine that one was made in 1954? So
yes, this is the same one.
This very same
one. A couple of years after I was born.
Right.
I wasn't born then. I think, you know.
He doesn't look it, does it?
No, he doesn't look it at all.
He drinks the blood of little children for breakfast.
And you know, every little piece that's there has got the name of a former mayor or a former governor.
So how many now?
There's so many. I'll tell you that I think the last few ones, probably 5, haven't even had their names
engraved.
Yes.
So that means yours take long to feature on that thing as well.
Yes, because it keeps getting long and heavy. Yeah, and it was it's a British colony chain. So I think even just managing it and maintaining it,
the amount of shima you have to eat just to wear it.
So wait, are the mayors there the ones from colonial times?
Yes.
1954, boss.
Yes.
No. I'm trying to understand did you do away with the colonialists on the chain?
No.
They're part of the history.
There's so many things that we've done away with that are colonial.
Have we gotten rid of the David Livingstone statue?
Have we gotten rid of the wigs that the lawyers wear?
Exactly. You still have them.
Well, I dressed like that in full council. I dressed the colonial way, like my.
How should we change that stuff?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I like it. It's just a symbol of authority. But But of course, I hear people talk about the wig that the lawyers wear, and my town clerk wears the same one as well. But I think when we look at what it means to be a mayor and the role, really, when you dress like that, that's part of the authority.
It's a costume that gives you
it's a costume, yes. Feel. But I guess eventually we'll have to move away from that.
That's my point.
See it changing, actually.
That's my point.
But I think the change may stay. But maybe the way we dress may, as we are going, it will change.
So I think regardless of what it represents or symbolizes, we should be able to have our own identity as Africans, which still would symbolize power and authority. We don't have to dress like the British to be able to exude and prove
authority, to feel authoritative.
I honestly, I think it's Burkina Faso that has done away with the wigs.
Yes, it's one of the West African countries. Yeah. But we still have some countries in West Africa, like my fellow mayor, the mayor of Freetown, she still dresses like that.
Okay.
And then, but all of us in all the mayors and council chairpersons in Zambia, we still wear the gowns. Yeah. And but we've discussed that before. So I think it will eventually go away.
When do you wear the gown?
When we're having full council. When we're having full council, and then I have what we call a mass, which is a symbol of authority now, and you're representing the head of state when you're making those decisions. So it's put on the table. Yes. And then, of course, you wear the white gloves to show purity. Yes. And then also my councillors also dress in their gowns. Yeah, because it's like a mini parliament as well. Right. Our chambers, yes. And so we even have a replica of that, the junior council, where we have boys and girls who are between the ages of 15, 17, and 19 that also come to learn about civic work, and we have them for a year so that they go out in the community, and then we teach them how to be civic leaders. So this started in 2018, 2019. So we've continued, So,
maybe just more to Elson's point in us trying to do away with, colonial dress codes and the likes. Maybe, what tribe are you from?
Where am I from?
Yes.
I'm from Chinga. I'm Bemba.
Oh, you're Bemba?
Yes.
What's the traditional outfit for the Bembas? Because I'm thinking, more to his point, maybe we have whatever mayor sitting there sort of, although we have this spirit of one Zambia, one nation, but I mean, maybe make an exception for mayors. They start dressing up in their traditional outfit. We do something like with the chief.
We do have that one. I think you've seen, most of us wear it when it's the traditional ceremony.
Exactly.
So it's a brownish skirt with some heart there and so on.
So maybe when we have a mayor from Bembaland,
and then you dress
during full council, you dress like where you're from. If it's a Lozi, they dress in the Musisi and whatever they call it.
It depends. It will come from you people, actually. Yeah. Okay. But I also wanted to say that we've had 2 mayors before, but they were voted in the chambers. They were like just ordinary councillors, they're ordinary ward councillors. And then when they come into the chambers, they are voted by the councillors themselves to become mayors. So there was Patricia Nawa before, and then there was also Susan Nakazwe. But I'm the first that has been elected by you yourselves, the city.
Oh, yeah. 2021 was the first time we ever voted for a mayor.
Yeah, 2016.
16, yes.
But that's when the constitution changed, that now the mayors will be voted by you, the people.
Yeah.
So we had the late Wilson Kalumba. Then he passed. There was now a by-election. We had Miles. Then there was I. So I'm the first to be voted by the district, the first female.
Wait, so
it's good.
I know you probably just mentioned this like 5 seconds ago. How were mayors installed into position by the president?
No. Voted by fellow councillors.
Voted by before
by the council. Okay,
yes,
cool.
Voted by the councillors in the chambers.
And how many councillors do we have?
At that time, I think there were fewer, but right now we have 38 councillors.
So how would a name be floated to the councillors?
Well, it should be open. There'll be an application. Yeah, and then whoever's interested, applies. But you still have to campaign with your colleagues to convince them that you can be.
So you are campaigning to the councillors.
Yes, and then they vote you in the chambers.
And you can campaign with money.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna say that, but obviously it's an election.
Yeah,
you have to convince them. That's all I can say.
Okay,
you're gonna need money either way.
So right now, how powerful are they?
Well, no. Right now, it's you, the people, who are powerful. The people that
voted you.
Gave me the mandate.
Yeah, but even the president, we vote him into power, but he's power on his own. So
yeah,
I think, and the position of mayor should be executive, really. In the beginning, they said it was going to be executive, but they removed the powers. But if you had an executive mayor, I don't think you'd be complaining so much because there'll be less interference. There'll be so much power in the mayor that the mayor could actually employ and fire. So if somebody's not working, well, you can actually say, I'm giving you so much time, or I can't work with this one.
So right now you can't?
You don't have that power?
We have a local government commission that employs for us. Huh? All I can do is go and complain that I'm not able to work with ABCD because of this. Then they'll check, and if there's proof, and then they'll remove them and take them somewhere else.
Who's they?
The local
government commission. That's the one that employs. So for the local authority, we just employ the division force, the ones that are like the sweepers.
Really?
Yes.
Would you like that power though?
I wouldn't even like. That is the power that you need.
That
the
you
people.
need.
You, the people, need.
Because you're gonna have to work with those people.
Yes, but then you have, it's you. We are voting. You people take us to the offices.
No matter how lazy
we wait for you. So you will have that power. You know what I mean?
No matter how incompetent or lazy the person is, you can't.
So tell me something. Who has that organization? You said the local government.
A chairperson.
Okay.
A chairperson who is appointed. We have a new chairperson that has come in.
Okay.
That is Chairperson Kazabo. He just came in.
Kazadi?
Kazabo.
Oh, okay.
The former one just passed a few months ago. But they have a commission with a chairperson and commissioners.
Okay.
So those are the ones that employ in all 116 local authorities in Zambia. Yes. And then it also includes the town clerk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't there risk of sheltered employment, especially when employment is centralized like that? If I am Kazabu and I have got a virgin over here as one of my relatives who I just want to have a job, whether or not they're doing anything, I can have them employed under whatever position that I make up and impose them into your administration.
Yeah, well, I'm just mentioning that that's our chairperson. Doesn't mean that that's what happens.
That's what he does.
But what you have said is an obvious thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's an obvious
I'm not saying that's
thing.
what he does. I'm now looking at the downside of it, where there could be a lot of sheltered employment and people are now imposed into your administration, and you have to work with these people every single day.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
And I'll tell you, I think when I got into the local authority, I had a new town clerk that was, brought in. And he was so political that we couldn't even have a meeting together. It was that bad. We couldn't even have a meeting together. And I kept on trekking back and forth with my minister, like, look, this is not happening. This is not happening. And, of course, I did go to the commission and the complaint as well. And it was, I think she's just being political. But 9 months later, people at the local authority were not getting paid. You know what I mean? Like, people are not getting paid. All those things that I was complaining about, like, this thing is not happening. This is what they were doing. Illegal things and so on. But my minister used to hear me. And when he was consulted, he said, but she's been saying this for the last 9 months. Nobody wants to hear her. So then, of course, I was supported by top leadership and they said, look, she needs to do her work. Just remove the guy. So these are some of the things. You need to have somebody who's going to hear you and help you out. So that happened to me. Like, you are right. It's a real thing.
Tell me something. Do you still have provincial ministers?
Do I?
Do we still have provincial ministers?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so tell me what the difference is between a provincial minister, a mayor, an MP, or for Lusaka. What is the difference in roles there?
All right. The provincial minister is in charge of Lusaka province. So it means that it's Wangwa, Lufunsa, Chongwe, Lusaka itself.
Samba.
No.
Chibongo.
Kafue, no. Kafue and Chilanga. Yeah, Kafue and Chilanga. So that is Lusaka province. So the provincial minister will work with these 7 districts. Yeah. Whereas, and that provincial minister is a member of parliament. It could be nominated or they have a constituency. Right now, the provincial minister is a lady, Honorable Shomeliata. She's a member of parliament for Fonsa. And then a member of parliament is one that is voted by a constituency. For example, I'll talk about Mandevo.
Yeah.
Mandevo has got a member of parliament, and Mandevo has 8 wards. And those 8 wards, you have 8 councillors. Yeah. So the member of parliament could be just a normal member of parliament without having a ministerial position. And then, if they're given a ministerial position, they become a minister. Yeah. Then when you have your minister...
Like Aimbe, he's the MP for, I think, Lusaka Central, right?
Lusaka Central, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, he's a minister of
Foreign Affairs now.
Yes. So when you're a member of parliament and you've been given a ministerial job, it means that, for example, the minister of local government, then he looks after 116 councils, the whole country. So he has a national job. That's the difference. But he's representing a constituency.
And the mayor?
So,
in terms of roles.
Okay, in terms of roles. So my role is to look after Lusaka district. So I'm looking after the 7 constituencies and 38 wards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I must say that in 2021, I was the 3rd highest with the votes. The first one was
Bruno.
That
You know this.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, for those watching who don't know who Bruno is, Bruno is her son. And he's right here in the studio with us.
Oh, he made sure we know.
That's one of the first things he mentioned when he came in the studio. Did you know that my mom was
What's the
third?
3rd highest?
There was HH, then Lungu,
Yeah.
then my mama.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you this time.
Yeah. But I'm a Lusaka person. It's
Right.
like Lusaka, my hometown. And that's what made me want to become a mayor. Because this is my hometown,
Born and bred.
Yes.
Wait.
I was born at UTH. I went to Lusaka.
Pure
Girls.
Lusakan.
Yes. I went to Kablanga Girls. I went to Leopardville School.
Fancy. Now, those are fancy areas. This one was in Spolia. This one on the phone.
He was?
He was in Spolia.
He can't relate to these schools.
So you can't relate to all this. I'm pretty sure if you saw his kind, you would cross the street.
No, come on.
No, now he's reformed.
We joke.
No, but
So Leopardville?
yeah. Then, of course, I did a marketing course, and then I did...
Where from?
Here, just here.
Wait.
Just here in Lusaka. Then I went to Unilas.
Okay.
I also did global... Actually, I prepared myself for local authority.
How
Because
so?
initially, I am an entrepreneur.
Okay.
I'm a business person, and while doing my business, I would go to school. Yeah, but I decided, no, I have to do better than this. So I would do short courses here and there, and then I ended up at Unilas, and I did an executive MBA in leadership and wealth creation. But meanwhile, I'm a marketer because of my business, and then I also did global leadership, which meant that I would focus on local authorities. When I was now looking at preparing myself, what am I going to do? I'm doing my business. I'm successful, I should say. So what else? I want to save save the people. Yeah.
How was your time at Unilas?
It was good.
Yeah.
But you learn every day, and they were so supportive because I had such a busy life. So they actually prepare packages for you. Even when you miss class, lunchtime, you go. They were fantastic.
Were you staying like at a boarding house?
No.
You were still staying at home?
It was long distance. So it meant 2 weeks of intense learning.
All right,
And then residential, 2 weeks
yeah.
of intense learning, and then the other time assignments at home and so on. Yeah, so this was good.
Right.
This was good. But I would say that I believe that because everybody just wants to wake up and say they want to be a mayor.
Like who?
No, I'm just saying.
I know you have a person in mind.
We'll come to that. But
Don't forget that question.
yeah, I think
Don't forget
it's
that
so
question.
important because I had my mentors who were mentoring me, and I'll say the late president Sata was one of them, and I would chat with him. I mean I've been a follower, a member of a Patriotic Francis 2001. when he just started. I was so interested because he would say things that I want to hear. And by 2006, I would be chatting with him like, I want to become a diplomat. He says, no, diplomats are not politicians. Okay, what do I do? What do I do? Then he'll tell me, look, if you want to become a politician, you've got to start at the bottom. Be a councillor, work with the people in your community, and then you rise. And that's exactly what I did. I was a councillor in 2016, a deputy mayor also, for 3 years, and then I became a mayor. So I've learned so much over time, and that's what I would want to advise other people. That it's so nice to have
to serve.
Yes, and to also go through the process.
The trenches.
I'm in the local authority for 9.5 years. And by the time I'm leaving to be 10 years, so I actually knew exactly what is supposed to be.
What do you mean by the time that you're leaving? Are you planning on leaving?
Well, it's the people. I have this passion for service delivery. And then also what made me stand up is because I was tired of being the critic out there. I'm also like you. I want to live in a city where my son, my grandchildren will be safe. I want to live in a city where, it's green, it's safe, it's clean. You know what I mean? So being a critic out there wasn't good enough. So you plan your way and say, okay, how do I get into this local authority? And I got my way there, and believe me, I've loved it. But it comes with so many challenges and a lot of historical challenges. But again, to run a local authority, you cannot run a local authority without money. Yeah. So there's so many things that I've learned that I want other people to learn, whoever they are. You just don't wake up and say, I'm going to be a mayor. I mean, it was a disaster, really.
Elson was asking me about the roles, the provincial minister, the MP, mayor, and all that. So, and I know, like, when you overhear conversations from a lot of people around Lusaka, I think we don't understand these roles quite well because some complaints that we have are directed at the wrong people. For example, if I see a drainage that's blocked,
and there's flooding, etc.
There's flooding. There's grass that's not being cut in the neighborhoods. I saw just this morning, Great East Road from Munali Roundabout, I think, to about, actually from Hybrid Roundabout to about Munali Roundabout. It's a bush. That area is a bush right now. Who are we supposed to complain to? Is it you not doing your job? Is it the mayor, MP not doing his job? Who's not doing their job when we start seeing such around Lusaka?
Okay. So the local authority, we don't work alone.
Okay.
It's collective. And apart from that, we have so many stakeholders in the city, including the Member of Parliament, including the council, including yourselves as residents of the city. So when we talk about grass cutting, yes, so that will be planned because it falls under engineering department. So that has to be done. Grass cutting, you report to the local authority. Even when the drainage is blocked, you report to the local authority so that, we unblock and we pick up whatever waste is in there and so on. But remember that, we're not just alone. We also have RDA in place. We also have NRFA that we work with and so on. But obviously, the people, you have the local authority that you can come and complain to, even if you don't know where to go. Then we get in touch with the right people that are supposed to do the job.
To Kalenga's point, he's driving, he sees drainage, he sees drainage issues, he sees grass not cut. Where does he go? Who does he call?
No, you can actually come to local authority.
Who? Where's that?
The Department of Engineering. Both the grass cutting and the drainages fall under the Department of Engineering at the local authority.
Again, where do we go? I do not know where local authority is.
Oh, I see. You come to the civic center. That's what you meant. Yes. You come to the civic center. You come and see the Director of Engineering, who has 2 assistants and has a lot of engineers that are there.
Understood.
Yeah.
Because now those are now practical steps where if you have got issues, is there a number that you call? Is there an office that you visit?
Yes.
Then that way you know that, okay, I actually took this, I took this action and nothing was done, etc.
Yeah. And it's always best to put it in writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got proof.
Yeah. It's always best to put it in writing. And when you put it in writing, you send it to the town clerk. You can CC the mayor and CC the director of engineering. So we have a copy. And that makes it easier for me to oh, is this done?
Right.
Or is this done?
Right.
Or the people,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we always ask people to put it in writing so that we have, each one has a copy. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Sorry, I want to talk about her car outside.
I've seen
just one more personal question.
Yeah.
Not really personal, but more to your office. I'm a bit curious. I've seen the mayor of Kitwe, the number plates on the vehicle sort of ties into the name of the city. But why is Lusaka K1?
Okay. So that's Kamloops, actually.
What?
Yes.
What Kamloops?
Yeah, it's Kamloops, the city in Canada. That's our first city that we twinned. So how the local authority works is that we twin with other cities.
We do what?
We twin. We do sister cities.
You would expect your number plate to be LSK1.
Yes.
So Kamloops, K1, okay.
Yeah. So we twinned with this city, and that was in the 70s. So it was our first city to twin. And that is for knowledge and culture exchange and also support.
So do they have LSK there?
Yeah, well, they have Lusaka Road, I'm sure. I don't know if they have these things. But when we twinned with Kamloops, that is when the local authority put K1 as the number plate. But of course, you have like Kitwe must be
NK1, like Nkana,
NK1.
because
and it must be. That's what I wanted to say.
Nkana 1.
Yeah, so it's Nkana 1.
Which is where
you want it to be LSK1.
Yes.
Okay. So you put it in
guys,
writing.
please, we're gonna put a poll.
Yeah.
While we're having Canadian cities on our Lusaka Mayor's number plate, wouldn't you vote for LSK1?
I wanted to change that.
We need to change
But
LSK1.
I'll tell you about twin cities, how it works. Huh?
Right.
For example, in 1972, a mayor is late now. A mayor of Los Angeles called Tom Brady came here.
The football player?
Was it a basketball player?
No, it wasn't.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
What was he?
Well,
No,
Tom Brady that I know was the football player.
Football. But then I think this was just a name. I think,
Yeah.
So he came to Zambia, and that's the time that Zambia twinned with Los Angeles. So Los Angeles City is the longest twin of Lusaka, and it was done in the Kaunda days. So now when you see the fire tenders that, the red, funny looking, those are donations from the sister cities. And then you have exchange programs. And they also come and, do things in the communities. For example, they'll come and support, right now they're supporting Chaisa with water. They've put up boreholes. And then also they've got an empowerment fund for women that, like a rotating one where, maybe they give a group of 10 women. After 3-4 months, you pay back the gift to another one. So there's this exchange of empowerment, exchange of culture. This is the reason why we twin with cities. So Lusaka has twinned with a lot of other cities. We've actually twinned with Lidköping in Sweden. So they come here and we do climate change issues. They train, empower, and then also the junior council I was telling you about. They've also had a replica. Because they came and saw what we're doing in Zambia and they thought, oh, really? So this is how you teach the children about civic work? We'll do it there. So you exchange knowledge.
Yeah.
And then we also have Chinese cities. So you come, you give chance to the youth to also go and see what is happening. They also come here and support you. Yeah. So it's something that councils do.
This is actually becoming a very exciting conversation for me because I've always wondered where things like Kamloops come from. That's great explanation. So it's a city in Canada.
And
is
that's
there,
why
is
we
there any
have
other area in Lusaka that
Los Angeles. Remember, we had Los Angeles
Boulevard.
Yes, that's what the reason. Yes, we still go on the other side, but the other side in going towards Kanyama, it was changed to Kalurishabwalia. But I'll tell you, for example,
what, the road you mean?
Yeah, the road.
But we still have Los Angeles Boulevard where there is
Long Acres. Long
Acres.
Yes,
that passes through the golf course.
Yes. And then we also have, for example, in Namibia, they have Kenneth Kaunda Road. Remember?
I think I saw that in Tanzania as well.
And they also have Kenneth Kaunda Road in South Africa.
And in Zimbabwe.
And in Zimbabwe as well, yeah. And then remember when we were when we named Gengob. And then why are you naming it? Yeah, but how can you not name Hek Gongo when he was a director at the Institute of Namibia, where there's Ministry of Community, and he stayed in Zambia for 17 years. And you exchange all these things. When as cities, we talk about these things. So then we had also Samioma. We named Samioma. That was the road, a part of what you call Kasama Road, part of it. Yeah. So those things do happen.
But do we have that in Europe though? Because I can understand, namings of the street and replication of what we're doing here in Europe.
In Europe, I know one example. There's actually Lumumba Road in Russia. Yeah.
For example, Bama Road.
That's the only country I know that's actually gotten something from Africa, named
They
it
should
something.
have something like that. For example, Burma Road. I understand in the 40s, I think, when our soldiers came from Burma, they came from war, that is where they marched. So we can't even change Burma Road because there's history. There's some sort of history.
I
About
want to dwell on this a little bit more.
Yeah.
How these certain places get their names in Lusaka. Bauleni, where does that name come from? Would you know?
I'm not sure
That's
about
my
Bali.
neighborhood. Watch your mouth.
I want to know where the name comes from. That's all.
But you can also come and just pay for your name to be, if you want your name to be, you want to name a road, we also charge you.
So can I
There's
name
fee.
a road after myself?
Yes, but we don't replace. Maybe you live in an area where it's a new location, doesn't have roads. So you can come and say Elson Road and then we'll charge you.
How much do I pay?
It was 5,000 before. I'm not sure if it is now, but yeah, we do that. Yeah.
You're getting an idea, don't you?
Imagine naming a road where your ex lives after yourself. Hey, but listen, speaking of Bowlin, that's my neighborhood. I have seen. Why are you smiling like that?
I'm a happy guy. What do you mean?
No, I don't approve of your smirk, boss. There's a lot of rubbish, dump, waste. And I remember speaking to, it's Honorable Haimbe. I need to learn these titles before I get myself in trouble. Around that, what are we doing around? I'm sure you know where I'm referring to. Where there's a soccer pitch there.
There's a big land there. There's ZNBC land.
What's the story there? Because we hear of cholera every single year, we hear of disease outbreaks.
In addition to that, there's kids playing in that trash every day. Every day, hundreds of kids.
Picking plastic for sale and so on. Okay, I know that land, and I'll tell you, this is why I said there's so much historical challenges in the city, and that place, I'm sure once in a while you see that. The waste is collected. The waste is collected, and then a few months later, it starts piling up. This is one of the biggest challenges that we have in the city. Citizens not paying for, not subscribing to waste collection. I think this is the problem that we have in the city. And also, apart from that, we have also others that are doing businesses of waste collection illegally, and that is a dumping area, which is so wrong, which is so wrong. And usually you find that it's people that don't subscribe that go and dump in the night. You will never see anyone dumping during the day, but you go and dump in the night. And then of course, the children and any other scavengers go there to get a bit of plastic and bottle and cardboard to go and do recycling.
But why not fence it?
Yes, that land belongs to ZNBC, and I think we've spoken to them.
Yeah, fence it. Make sure that there's no access to it.
Yes, for sure. That needs to be done. But I know the place. We would collect the garbage after a few months. It's gone back there and so on. And just having a proper waste system in the city would help as well.
So what are we doing about waste currently?
Okay. So in 2022, a company was formed. First, a company was formed in 2018, but it came into operation in 2022 called Lusaka Integrated Waste Management Company, which is situated opposite Pamosi. And when a new company is formed, it starts crawling and then it starts walking. So I would actually say for the last 2 years, it's been like crawling and so on. But part of the public health department of a local authority was moved to this new company. So it has its own CEO and its own...
Is this owned by the government?
60% owned by Lusaka City Council and 40% by the government, Ministry of Finance. So it was financed, and then they're trying to put everything in order. Only a few months ago, trucks were bought, tractors and all the equipment that can be used. But from the last 2 years, they've been trying to clean up the land view. I'm sure this last two rain seasons, you haven't heard about Chunga Dap side being blocked and so on. Like we used to have all those complaints because they've built a wall fence and tried to make sure that the roads are opened up. There's even a weighbridge there. We're planting trees, just to make it safe and so on. And then you don't have trucks taking garbage there to go and dump and they get stuck. Because that's what used to happen a lot. Yeah. So we have this new company that is trying to put a new waste management system in place. But I would say that we haven't really done well in the last 2 years because it's been limping. So it's like putting everything together. But I'll also say it's very important that if this company has to survive, we all have to subscribe to waste collection because they will not manage without funding. So it's the same way that Lusaka City Council also had formed Lusaka Water. So this company is supposed to operate just the way Lusaka Water is operating, a separate company.
When you're sharing these stories, it feels to me like almost as if the weight of the city is on your shoulders, and you've carried this weight for 5 years now. Have you ever had moments in your life, not in your life, like in your tenure of office, where you felt like maybe you're not strong enough for this job? With all these pressures that you go through?
No.
You go home and you feel like maybe this is too much for me?
No. It's a lot of work, actually. Okay. And I'll tell you, you may have 2 or 3 million people on paper, but we're not. We're over 4 million people living in this city.
Serious?
Yes. And 70% is peri-urban. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But when you love what you do and you have a passion for it, and I think that's me. I love what I do. I have a passion for this work. And that's what got me out there. And I think that's what I want people to know, that I'm not in politics for a job. It's a passion. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not in it it's just service to the people. And that's the side that people don't know about me. Only close people would know because I'm an entrepreneur.
But you must also love the doors that the office opens for you as mayor. You can go anywhere, people recognize you, and that opens another door, doesn't it?
And believe me, I usually move alone. Yes, of course, those that come with the office, but I usually go to town on my own. And when they look at me like, Mayor, you're alone, and I ask them, why wouldn't I be alone? What's wrong?
Who am I afraid of?
Are you gonna attack me? I'm here. I'm your person, and everybody's all over me. I like that. And then they don't, they're with them. Yeah, they're a person. I remember once I went to Freedom Way. And it was, it was a time that we had removed the Salaula people and so on. And one of the Salaula ladies opened up a shop. So she wanted me to go and see. And I sat there and I was telling, I like that sleeper and so on. And one of my friends walked in and she found me there and says, you come to these shops? I said to her, but these are my people. These are my people. I'm with them every day and I'm seeing her shop. And of course I can buy a pair of shoes. What's wrong with that? And this lady walked up to me and said to me, May, I've got a present for you. He said handbag, like a second-hand handbag. I was like, I can pay for it. No, I'm just giving you a present. So you have these friendships. You create these friendships, where you actually miss them. You even have friends. You make friends when they come to see you from the market. They even brought you vegetables. You are so happy, because you're like, they love. Like they're saying thank you in a nice way. Yeah. So yeah, I don't really think it's really, a big weight on my shoulder. Sometimes, yeah, but I have you people. I have the people that supports me.
Great.
Yeah.
But those are things that I'm trying to tie what you've just said into my next question. You've been communicating with these people for the longest time. You've been a councillor. You've been people on the streets.
Yeah.
You've been a councillor. You've been a deputy mayor.
Yeah.
What has changed the most from the time you became mayor? That you can say, okay, this is because I'm in this office. What has changed the most in your life? Personally. Let's start there.
Personally?
Yes.
In her life?
Yeah, growth. And I'll tell you, I think I've become more patient. I wasn't really a very patient person.
I need to become mayor.
Why?
I don't have patience.
You don't need patience, you're not a doctor.
Yeah, but I think patience. From the time that I was councillor and deputy mayor and mayor, patience. You really have to be patient.
So being a parent didn't teach you patience?
It did, but can you imagine I'm dealing with millions of people? So you've got to be patient because everybody's different. And you've got to have different solutions for everyone. And you've got to be in a place where you can actually explain to the people and they understand you. And not everybody can understand you. You go into a market, you're trying to tell them you have to move from A to B. They will not understand because that's their livelihood. So you have to be patient enough to explain to them, you won't be here because of this, but there's an alternative here. So you actually also identify. So it's an art. Identify, John, Peter, and Brenda are reasonable. So you put them to the side. And those will be your mouthpiece. Yeah.
How does it? I cannot be mayor. I'll tell you that.
No.
I'll tell you why. Because you have achieved quite a lot. There's a youth fund that you. What's the entire name? Youth something fund, Bruno?
Youth Climate Fund.
How much did she get for that?
Let me just
Youth Climate Fund, 150,000.
How much?
Okay,
Youth Climate
all right.
Fund, right?
Climate fund, yeah.
Yes.
No. There's a point that I'm trying to. I don't want to seem like you came prepared. How much was that?
$150,000.
$150,000. Right.
Dollars, yeah.
So there are so many things.
Yeah.
Most of which we'll get through before the end of the episode that you would have achieved. But you would get gob. Bringing up one thing to say, no, but then the street vendors, so she's failed. I would curse people out. I would curse people out.
Yeah.
To say, how very dare you?
Yeah.
I have done more for this city than more talent you have in your left pinky toenail.
Yeah.
So that to me is predominantly why I feel you have the patience and the resilience to be where you are, because people like me, I would clap people, Shem. How does that make you feel when you see criticism or when you're criticized?
Yeah. And also what you've said is just the truth. When I see people criticizing me, and especially negative, I feel like that. But I look at what I've done in the last 4.5 years. It would be so beneficial to the city. One day, they'll look back and say, she did her best. They'll remember me. Because when you plant a tree today, you don't expect the tree to grow in the next few days. It's the next 2-3 years. And we've done a lot of planting. I've planted more than 20,000 trees. And I don't plant alone. I plant with the youths. So, for example, that $150,000 is from the former mayor of New York, Bloomberg Philanthropies. And
rich guy that.
Yeah, Michael Bloomberg. And believe me, I used to watch him in the 2000s when I go for my business, and I saw how New York was growing, changing. And I'd always say, I would like my Lusaka to change, So I started following him and seeing, and so many of the things. For example, the cycling and pedestrian policy that we have is from them. It's a policy now. So every road that will be built now will have a cycling lane and a pedestrian walkway. It's from them. And then when I met him in 2022, I walked up to him. He took us for training, and he paid for our training at Harvard University for 1 year. So you go and have intense learning, and then you start learning online, for 1 year.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So he puts cities together, mayors together, and, starts teaching you what he learned, and, what cities should be like. So he gave us a fund because he's really a climate champion. And then, we are also climate champions as Lusaka. And this fund was for a youth group from 14 to 24, 25, somewhere there. And so we did advertise. And, we put these on our FB pages. We had phase 1 and phase 2. And we had the first, 11 who were successful. The next were 23 or 24. So we have 36 groups that have benefited from $1,000 to $1,000 to $5,000. And, I let them come and plant trees with me under my office. You empower them because they're doing recycling. So I'm happy that in a small way, under the mayor's office, we can empower the youths of the city.
You remind me of Democrats in America. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
The Democrats have done so much for the American people, but their messaging is terrible.
You remind me of Al Gore.
The Republicans they save a child from drowning, they will shout from the rooftops.
Yeah.
I was also watching closely Mamdani's campaign and how everything was working against him. And for as long as the people are behind you, it doesn't matter. Listen, they were not. I can't say what I want to say because you and I have got a thing at the embassy. We've been invited by the American embassy. I was about to say, God, we need to take out that Republican thing. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's okay. But anyway, I have watched how it is how you relate to people. And no matter how much money is put up, against your campaign, for as long as the people resonate with the messaging that you're pushing, you pretty much have this in the bag. So I've just like you, I've had a passion of just studying how different cities are run all over the world, from New York to what's the guy who had resigned initially and came back in Johannesburg, who used to eat sushi off women? What's the guy's name? I forget his name.
He was a mayor.
I remember the Instagram videos.
Yeah,
Can I add a question to your statement right now? He's talking about how cities are run, and he's mentioned very interesting cities, Johannesburg, New York, and they all seem to have the same problem, but to a certain extent. But Lusaka, it seems like it's rampant right now, the issue of land allocation, illegal land allocation, and illegal settlements. How are you dealing with that now?
Okay, Lusaka as a city, I'll tell you, it was not meant to be the way it is today. But a city like Lusaka is one of the fastest growing cities in Africa, and a lot of urbanization happening. And it's not only the districts coming to the city, but we also have our nearby countries that are also coming to do business in Lusaka. Yeah. And it's not even a city that is supposed to house 4 million people. Yes. I think initially, if I remember what I read through, it was built for 350,000 people. Less than 500,000. So, yeah, we're almost 10 times the amount of people. And remember, our city sits on lime. So this is the reason why we have, this flooding and the water seeps in very slowly because we sit on a limestone. Yeah. So, you want me to compare Lusaka with the other cities, for example?
No. Let's just talk about Lusaka. The illegal land allocation, illegal settlements. Yeah.
So 70% of the city is peri-urban, meaning unplanned settlements. So we have Kanyamba, we have Mandevu, we have Chawama, And
what about Bowling, my neighborhood?
Which one, Bowling? Yes, and we have Bowleni. And I won in Bowleni. Yeah.
See, we voted for you.
Yes.
So my peoples.
Yeah. So, with 70% living in these peri-urban areas, service delivery is not easy. It's very difficult. Yeah. But this is now the time that we are opening up where you're supposed to pass a drainage, there's a house, So even service delivery is very difficult, but I think where we are going, we'll start with government. There'll be, slum upgrading. For example, you've seen how Kalingalinga is changing. It's, changing. People are buying houses and, building upstairs and so on.
Gentrification.
So, yes. So we just hope that one day we can look at Chibolia. Because Chibolia is actually CBD.
No, but
that's too much in the CBD.
But I don't.
But what are you going to do? Do you clear the land? Do you clear the houses?
You need to find alternative
The other thing is, I also don't agree with your wording where you say we hope, because you are the mayor.
Yes.
So if you aren't doing things and you're hoping, who are we looking at?
No. Because we work with central government in situations like this. We don't work as a local authority on our own. It's too big for us. We don't have that kind of money. But why I say we hope is because we don't have the land. We have to go to Chongwe. We have to go to Chilanga. You know what I mean? Lusaka has got no land. So if we got a piece of land that you would move the people from Chibolia and give them a piece of land, and build high-rise flats for them, because that is what Addis Ababa is doing. That is what Addis Ababa has done, because Addis Ababa had all slums in the CBD. But then now they're not there. They're moving out. But what they do is they find them a piece of land and they build high-rise and put all the things that they need, schools, clinics and so on, and put them there. And that is what we need. But a local authority like Lusaka, even any other, will definitely work with government. Yeah. So for land issues, Long time ago in the Kaunda days, a lot of families got land. And I talk about the Galunis, the Millers, and so on. So most of the Lusaka land was in the hands of individuals. And these are the ones that have demarcated and sold to make new suburbs.
Right.
Yeah. And yes, the council still had land, and that is the land that the council built Kabwata, Chilenje, Woodlands, and a few of Roma and so on. Yeah, but we don't have land in Lusaka really, and we're an agent of of Ministry of Lands, Yeah.
But you mentioned Chibole. Is this like something in the pipeline? Are you really going to move the people of Chibole?
That we always talk about. We sit down.
Yeah, but are you going to put action to those words that you always talk about?
They will. Eventually, honestly, we will. We have to. But we also have to look at how do we move these people from A to B. But these are things that you sit with government and talk about. Yeah.
So what is being done? Because to be honest, I don't really get that sense of certainty in your voice, right? It is more, yeah, we might, we hope, we could type of thing. Are they tangible things that are being done currently? More to Kalenga's question, because I don't know if you answered this in terms of illegal land distribution, people squatting, etc. Are there steps that have been taken? Are there things that have already been done, rather than things that we are hoping to do? Because you've been mayor for how long now?
4.5 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in your tenure as mayor, what has been done to address this?
Okay. First of all, I would tell you that the other issue, the other way that we're expanding the city because of land is we've gone into an understanding with the Japanese government where 30 kilometers from Lusaka will be the greater Lusaka. So that is in the pipeline. That is definite. I'm part of it. It started in 2022. I attended the meetings. We're still talking about it. So the Japanese government is now designing. And the design, I would ask them would it take 3-5 years? So 7 years. To take 7 years to design. But but I think 4 districts will be connected. Because we realize that people come from Kafue, drive into Lusaka for work and drive back. So we're trying to get 30 kilometers outside our district to make it a greater Lusaka. So that is in the pipeline. That I can say, I can speak about it. So for Chivolia, we need to get a piece of land. So it's not like I'm hoping. I am a politician who speaks the truth. I think I believe in speaking the truth. I say it as it is. I don't want to give false information. You know what I mean?
It might not be a good thing.
No, but the truth will always set you free. Because they're telling the
For
truth.
me, that even begs the question.
The truth will always set you free. So, but I think like you as well. I'm a resident here. So I think like you.
Right.
Because I go through and I'm looking at Chibole and I'm saying, I wish somebody could just build offices, high rise or something. You know what I mean? But you also have to think about the people. Where do we take them? You always have to have a human side of these things. But it's not like we haven't talked about it at government level. It has been discussed.
Because, I look at Chibole sometimes and I think, how does this township work? Sanitation, water supply, all these things come to my mind.
It feels like it is being run by the gangs that live there. That it is a city on its own.
The police are always going in.
Are they really? Please give Virgin the microphone. Bruno. Is Virgin the microphone?
Yeah, it's on.
I was joking about you living in Chibolia, but did you really live there?
Have you really lived
about Chibolia?
No, I don't.
Gob might. Because Gob, you're telling me about Chibolia.
Gob used to live in Chibolia. No, this is
No,
Dollar
he
guy.
knows about it.
All right.
What's the question?
Police.
Uh-huh.
Do we have police presence in Chibolia?
He can't speak for the police.
I'm not asking him to speak about the police, but he knows about Chibolia. Do you see police going?
There is a police station in Chibolia.
They what?
There is a police station in Chibolia.
So does that have any effect on the crime that happens there?
Crime is
Crime is everywhere.
I'm talking about Chibolia. I say, does the police presence there affect the crime? Gob, answer the question.
The mic is not working.
Some of the issue of I also talk about the way you're responding and where you're talking. What value, personal value, would you not compromise on, even if politics demanded it?
You know, when we get into these jobs, it's service to the people.
Right.
Yes, and for me, service to the people means that you also have to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong today cannot be right tomorrow. You know, if it's wrong, it's wrong. So I think when you communicate to people and tell them that, well, I can do this, I can't do this. This is workable and this is not workable. I think they do understand, because I've gone through that myself.
Okay.
Yeah. And and I think just being a principled and, person as you do your job is very important.
So principles and honesty.
And
for you, those are values that you're not going to compromise on.
No, I'm not going to compromise. And then people that know me and work with me, I think they know that. And it's not just in the workplace. I also take it to the community. And, it's not difficult to work with these people, really. It's actually easy. It's easy. Also, you can become a mayor.
No, thanks.
Bruno, just get the mic. I want to understand, just maybe before we get to the projects that you are working on as mayor. Bruno, how much of your life has changed since mom became mayor? Just turn the mic on.
It's been a bit difficult because I have to always be controlled. I can't really do exaggerating things. If I hear someone talking badly or anything like that, if I can't speak out because I don't want to embarrass mom. It's also scary when I don't even want people to know me like that, because in case vendors are moved this side, you can just find there's a target on my back.
So it's been a bit tricky ever since mom.
It's a bit tricky.
Since mom got into office.
It's a bit tricky. You have to always know things so that you don't embarrass her and stuff.
But do you ever get like benefits that come with your mom being in that office though?
The biggest benefit is
being my son.
It's probably, it's just being her son. But it's never been that. I've actually told her I've never really wanted her in politics. She's known that. She's known that because it's really affected that she's been very busy, that we can't continue with the family business as much and all those things. She's just decided this. The whole family is now like just okay, let's support her. This is what she is.
Yeah, I mean, she did mention earlier that this is her passion, service is passion for her.
That's how it is. But on our side, it's been very difficult.
So it means, tell me, not once have you used your mom's office to your advantage?
It's one of those things. If I've got a friend who tells me that this place is dirty, mom,
no, your personal benefits.
Personal benefits. Not really. My mom has raised me to always do things by myself. Like, really, that's how it's been.
Look at your mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody knows that. Like, very few people know that she's my mom. All my friends and stuff, very few people know who it is. And I know a lot of people.
Are you seeing the facial expressions right now?
Yeah.
She's so proud.
Yeah.
She's so proud. Your worship.
Yeah.
If somebody from Lusaka resident says, my life hasn't changed at all ever since this lady became mayor, how would you respond to that person without defending yourself?
It depends on what they mean. Because if the pay rates, then they should know that our revenue system now has changed, because now we have a platform where you can actually check your rates. If they do business in the city, they should know that, first of all, I would just say that a council without a proper revenue system is not, you can't work, you can't do anything, So if they're not in the business world, it just depends. Then they haven't seen the change that is going on, the way we're taking care of people in the city that do business. And if they live in the city, if it's a youth and he wants something done, has he applied for CDF skills or he's just sitting at home, he's expecting me to go and tell him, or he's supposed to come to the council so that we help him. You know, it just depends on issues that the city people are facing in the city. But I'll tell you, in the last 4.5 years, there's so much improvement that has happened at the local authority. When I was deputy mayor, I was reporting to the mayor, of course, so my job was ceremonial. You know, you just, it's delegated, I should say, not ceremonial, delegated.
Okay.
Yeah. But when you're a mayor, you're a supervisor. So all those little things that I thought, I don't want this. I don't want this. As a resident, this is not what I would want. And you hear the complaints from friends, you know, and family members that tell you, you go and work on them. For example, there were so many complaints about, the payment system. So I made sure that we started building a local revenue system, putting it in place. And then also, people were building in the city, but we were not capturing their properties. Everybody was building everywhere, but we were not updating our valuation law. So you have to push the local authority that you capture as many properties as you can in the city. Everybody was breaking homes and turning them from residential to commercial, but not really updating the system. So you have to work around that because the city runs on rates. You know, we run on local revenue, we run on business revenues, you know, on licensing and so on. So it just depends what they are complaining about. But there are different issues that are in the city. But I'll tell you that Lusaka City Council is not the same. The last 3.5 years, things are good. They're good. Even where revenue is concerned, it's been rising. From in 2023, we were collecting about 57% of the revenue. In 2024, 67%. By November 2025, we're collecting 90% of the revenue. So this year, our budget is different. We're now looking at street lighting. Because this is something that people have complained. But how do we provide street lighting to you when we don't have the money? But now, you've seen central businesses, we've put street lighting. Huh? Then, we've had a lot of vandalism. The street lights, you've been put, when they build roads, you'd have AVIC put up street lights. Then they don't work. Why? The battery has been stolen and so on. So, can you blame the mayor for that? Really? Elson, will you blame the mayor? No. But what we've decided to do is no more battery, solar. You know what I mean? We've changed.
No.
Yeah, but what can we do? We have to still provide. So we've moved away from the battery because we've been stealing all the batteries. So now every time we go to repair, we change the street lights to solar. And I was so happy. This new budget means that we are going to put up as many street lights as possible, even on the Great North Road. I think we just put some. Yeah. I also don't like a dark city. So sometimes I'm like, oh my God.
The city without bins.
Yes. But they were vandalized. Remember there was a time that we had put in some bins, but then now we've realized we can't even put the bins that we had put. Like we used to put the drums, but then there's this business. What is this business?
The
scrap.
Scrap business.
The scrap business. But you would work with banks, you would work with, other stakeholders. They would want to advertise there. Yeah, but 14 days.
Your worship, you've got an engineering department that has brains that went to university for such a long time and are really smart guys. I'm sure they can figure out a way of making bins that cannot be vandalized. They can think of a way.
We're going to make concrete bins. Just wait.
That's my point. You see, your solution right there.
Yes, the concrete bins will have to come with the plastics. You know the plastics? So all that is in the
When are we going to do this?
But this is, you look at the system, you see this is not working, and you start working on your workable situation.
4 years?
No, not 4 years.
That's not how long you've been mayor.
But in these 4 years, we've put up bins, and the bins have been vandalized.
And when you realize that is happening, what are we doing?
When you come into town, I think you've seen the bins. We've even painted them colors because we're trying to teach people to throw yellow in the plastic bottle in this one, the yellow, green, green.
That is all good, but can we get people to not vandalize before we go into what's recyclable and what isn't? Because if we have realized that people are throwing dirt on the ground and bins are being vandalized, we cannot wait surely for 4 years to then realize this is not working and we need to get concrete bins or we need to change our approach.
Teaching people every day. We have a team under public health and housing. Housing is a community development. We're always going around teaching people sensitization. Sensitization in communities is every day. I'll tell you, every day. We even have groups that we call the WDC committees. These are the bridges, the first bridges of the community to the local authority. And they're voted in by the people in zones. They help us do a lot of sensitization in the city. But I'll tell you, a city like Lusaka, just like any other city, you've got to teach people every day.
How do they do it?
What do you mean? How
to sensitize people?
Oh, you go around with a mic. You have community meetings.
Is that being effective?
Yes. It works.
No, it's not.
But
meet people where they are.
Yes, you go around in markets and talk to them. We go around schools. For me, I go around schools and talk to children. I plant trees with the kids and I go to kids. I talk to them about waste management. The point that I'm
trying to make is you have platforms such as this podcast. Mm-hmm. You have got so many people that people follow, listen to, have got a cult-like following. Mm-hmm. Use those channels to communicate to people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can move around with cars with bullhorns on them and send messaging that way. But people like myself, if I drive past a car, I close my window because they're making noise.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But there are people, there are channels. I listen to podcasts. I watch documentaries. You cannot avoid. So when I say meet people where they are, where do people give most of their attention? If it's social media, for example, mm-hmm. why are we not diverting some of the resources to those platforms mm-hmm. so we tell people mm-hmm. about what needs to be done?
But we always post on our Facebook page and we always have
people goes to your pages though.
Because no one is twerking on those pages.
But they have to go talk.
No one is being controversial on those pages. You know what the average Simon follows on Facebook.
This is why you need Bruno. Bruno, when was the last time that you went to their page? And be honest.
Just when
the mic is there. Only when she tells you.
When she says check something and then...
Precisely. But you are on Facebook and Twitter, aren't you? Yes. You have pages that you follow.
You need to go on Facebook as well. Follow Lusaka City Council Facebook page. Please 100%. Follow. Please follow. Then you actually see what we're doing. Please follow. And then come in for another
we'll put a link
for the next 3 weeks.
No problem.
And then come in for a short interview.
Okay.
Yeah, follow for the next.
Come to your office.
Yes.
Do you think once you in your gear?
Yes.
That Shane, honestly,
come through.
I think like he's gonna steal it because I think it's the third time that is brought it up. Do you think that mayors should be recognizable? Should your face be one that people recognize when you walk in the street?
Yes, it can be, but it also depends. You know what I mean? But
I'm on the fence about that.
You're not?
I'm on the fence about it.
Uh-huh.
I say that because I saw a post from Simon where he says if she walks around in town without her chains, people won't even recognize her. I'm on the fence about it. And I'll tell you why. When you put proper structures in place mm-hmm. and things are working, mm-hmm. I know cities where you don't even know who the mayor is. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Are things working? Mm-hmm. Yes. So as part of your job is you need to know that the people that you're working with, the structures that you've put in place are able to work. Mm-hmm. When it gets to a point where you know what the mayor looks like, it means there's something wrong that is being done because why is the person going around on being famous campaign, mm-hmm. right? So mm-hmm. I'm on the fence about it. Yes, because people have to vote for you, so they kind of have to know who you are and etc. But on the other hand, I feel like if you put the right systems and structures, etc., no one really would care about what the mayor looks like because they have got everything working for them.
Everything's working, yeah.
I agree with you, actually. I agree with you. And yes. And that is what I've been trying to do the last 4.5 years, is to put structures in place. For example, I'll tell you, we've built our own revenue system. And I've just told you how from 2023 to date, the revenue has been rising 57%, 67%. 90%.
I heard about 100 million that you collected.
We do collect.
100 million?
And this is when we started collecting. So that is why I'm here to tell the people that, look, I'm just not sitting and drinking tea and being on the phone like some people claim. I am working. Because people never used to get paid at the council. Today, nobody will tell you that they don't get paid. for the last 3 years, everybody gets paid on the 21st of every month.
Yeah, serious.
I'm telling you.
Are you about to apply for a job?
Maybe.
But also, this is serious. Nobody you used to hear about people fighting and not coming to work, just standing outside and so on. It doesn't happen anymore. One of my friends called me and said they were somewhere and this guy works for the council. And he said, "Oh, I've gotten paid. I really don't know what this mayor does, but we always get paid on time." And this friend of mine called me and I felt so good because it was like, whatever he was saying, at least I know that's a thank you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's because you have to put in, a proper system in place.
Mm-hmm.
And apart from that, you've got to make sure that you build capacity in the people that you're working with.
Correct.
Yeah.
Empower them.
So yes, that is what we've been doing. But of course, that doesn't come without challenges.
Mm-hmm.
I've had people that have been employed that cannot even do the job. So you've got to choose a team, identify people and say, okay, I think now we've been given this new director. Can he build his own team and so on? And then you start working. But it's a thing that I have to be talking about. I have to watch them all the time. Like, oh, did we do this? This was a council resolution. Are we working on this? Believe me, I talk every day. I talk every day. I don't even have time for myself. The last 4 years has been a lot of work. And apart from that, I have to make sure that we have all these policies that we are making MOUs and so on. But I've also got, under the mayor's office, projects that I have to deliver to the people of Lusaka. Mm-hmm. For example, the All Affairs. I know you were young those days. You don't know much about the All Affairs.
But that word from my mom.
Yes, but these are welfares.
Yeah.
But the welfares, now we've localized the name to All Affairs. That takes me to go and discuss. When I travel, I go out there, meet people. And I hear that this is happening in their cities or in their countries, early childhood development. And I walk up to them, please, I need this for my city because we have these underserved youths in the city that we are calling, not a good name, junkies. I don't like to say that, but they're underserved youths. What has led them to be there, to be where they are? Because some of them is mental issues, background, and the way they were brought up. So what can we do to kill off that? Early childhood development by making sure the first 1,000 days of a child is being looked after. And then from 0 to 6, kids are being looked after and prepared for school.
I heard you raised about 10 million for early childhood.
Yes. So there's a British
$10 million.
Yes. There's a British charitable organization called Big Win Philanthropies. They're actually here right now. If you go on my Facebook page,
which is?
Lusaka Mayor, the Facebook page has a blue tick.
Okay.
Fake pages, but it has a blue tick. You'll see me this week. I was dancing and clapping on Tuesday because we're training about 220 teachers, ECE teachers. These are like the early childhood education teachers. They are nursery school and so on. They're being trained and funded by Big Win, who I went and sourced. They're being trained. And you could imagine these teachers were saying, oh my God, I've been teaching kids for so long, but I didn't know these things. And this is just doing things that are local, getting bottles, putting stones in there, making them play things for kids, getting the card box, making them cars and so on, things like that, painting and so on. So those are some of the things that were there then. And I've brought them back as a mayor. Because I think it's very important that we look after these kids so that we kill this 14 to 25 and let the kids grow up to be good citizens.
This $10 million, does it come in one chunk? Is it one payment? The $10 million?
No, it doesn't come in one chunk.
Okay.
And this is a nationwide program. So it means that the beneficiary is Lusaka and Chongwe. And then other cities can also join.
Oh, right. I thought this is a project under your office as mayor of
But
Lusaka.
I'm the one who sourced the money.
Oh, you sourced the money, but you're sharing with everyone around the country.
Because I have to. I'm Zambian. I don't have to be selfish. You have to make sure what is happening in Lusaka is also going to happen in Chongwe. But can't we let other cities also learn from us and benefit from us? Because we can't just concentrate on the children in Lusaka alone. What about the other kids?
Do you ever think of standing as president one day?
You never know. I won't rule that out.
That's a yes.
I won't rule that out. I won't. Yeah.
That's a yes.
Yeah. I won't rule that out.
Would you vote for her?
I would vote for her.
I love my country. I love you, the people of Zambia. And believe me, I've learned so much. I've met presidents. I'm being mentored by the former president of Liberia, Salif Johnson. I'm a member of Amuje.
You connected her.
Yeah.
With all that you're doing as Lusaka Mayor, have you spoken about vending?
That's my next question.
And in
There
addition
has
to the
been a
vending,
cat and mouse.
Your worship, we've sorted out the issue of vending once, maybe twice, but they still keep coming back. Don't say what you're about. Don't say what you're about to say. That keeps coming back. They keep coming back. In addition to vending, after you answer the question, also noise pollution in town center. The Seuna cheaper speakers and the horns and the little speakers that people set up on repeat the whole day. What do those things say again? I know the Seuna cheaper ones.
Battery. Tigurisa, 5 kwacha. I know.
We know that's noise pollution. We know that's a nuisance, it's a problem. What are you doing about the vending? What are you doing about the noise pollution in Lusaka City Center? Okay. And why can't we come up with a permanent solution?
And God has got to follow up.
What's wrong with enforcement in the city that fails to keep vending and noise pollution away?
Okay, you've made your point. Bob, you want to add to that?
Yeah, and add on to that, what is there any system that has been put in place to control the transport system? Like, there's so many buses in town. Is there a limit to how many buses you can...
No, Bob has suddenly found his voice, huh? When it came to Chibolia, you have...
Yeah, so... Yeah.
Can she answer one question at a time? Vending and noise pollution in town.
Right. So let me tell you. I'll tell you a little bit about how it started in my tenure, so maybe you can understand. We had the AU in 2022, an AU summit. And that AU summit was supposed to be, I think, in June, July. Yeah, somewhere there. My minister then was Honorable Gary Nkombo. And we had to clean the city because people were coming for a big conference. And I looked at the way Greatest Road was, full of booths. And, I kept on telling my minister, look, we need to remove some of these booths. I'm an opposition mayor. So there's a lot of political interference in my work, and not only in my work, but also just in the mayoral office. Not only opposition, but I think the mayoral office, there's so much politics involved. That's the reason why in the beginning I said it must be an executive position. So that you can fire, make whatever. You must be able to decide who must work with you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for me to get those people out from the streets, I had to ask for permission from P1.
The president himself.
I'm just saying P1.
Okay.
Yeah, we leave it there.
Priority 1.
Yeah. And I had a chat with him like, look, you just came from Rwanda. And
so I'll clean the city.
Yeah. And you said to me, the first thing you said to me when you greeted me is like, Rwanda is clean. Can you help me clean Lusaka? Can you help me clean the streets? I just want to clean because there's this meeting coming on and, I'm a woman and, I need to have a clean city. At least, they should see the reason why we are there. Okay, we'll see. I went to the minister and I told him, like, look, this and that. But believe me, when we did that, we were allowed to do that. There was so much noise, but you never heard anybody condemn. But because I had to meet all the other stakeholders in the city, including my own party, to speak to them.
What part is that?
I'm from the Patriotic Front. To me, I met my leaders and told them, I'm going to remove the vendors. And it's my job to do that. I need your support, all of you. That is the way we've been working. And right now, you've never seen the booths on Greatest Road because we still keep on removing them. At least we succeeded. And then we also succeeded in town because we worked with local government at that time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my job hasn't been easy. It's like you sit, discuss, so that even if there's an outrage there, it's controlled because every other person knows and understands why. I remember someone from the ruling party calling my minister and saying, she has removed the people from the booths from Greatest Road. And the minister put us on a 3-way call. Put me there and he said, she did not do it alone. We did this together. So stop attacking her. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the way we do the work. And then removing the vendors from town. You remember how I worked with my former minister. We did remove the vendors. And of course, one day, my former minister and I took a walk and went to Freedom, where all those, where you have the blue tents. People are talking about those blue tents. It's because we don't really have spaces. The markets are full. You know what I mean? Yes, in other areas, in the communities, we do have some open spaces because we did a count. But people that want to trade there, we found an area and said, okay, fine. We remove you from Cairo Road and Freedom and so on. Can you trade from this designated area? The other building has got toilets. At least it has facilities where, they can help themselves and whatever. So leadership is not just about waking up and you think, even no, you don't do those things. You don't do those things. Well, I'm not that kind of a leader. I will not go and say, which No. That's not good leadership. Leadership you must be a people manager, really. You know what I mean? You need to be a people manager. So vending is against the law. And even today, it's against the law. But there's so much politics in this because we believe they are voters. And they are not voters. They don't even not all of them are voters.
And politics is a popularity sport, so...
Yeah. So I think I need to answer some of these things honestly so that you understand. It's not like I don't want to do it. I've tried to do it.
So who's saying those people are voters, let's not remove them? Who are these people? And are they happy with the vending that's happening in Lusaka City?
That is what other elected officials think. I remember my minister and I get into trouble for that. I think Honorable Garin Kombo can say that. We got into trouble for that because others were thinking, why should you remove these things? But we're trying to clean the city. And the role of the mayor is to clean the city. I have to make the city clean. So
does being in opposition actually make your job even more difficult?
Very difficult. I haven't had it easy.
Would you...
If I was in my own space, today would be a different story because I would have even more support and I had things lined up for myself that I wanted to do. You know what I mean? If you're in your own space, you take charge. But in this case, you have to balance.
Would you defect for that cause?
No, I wouldn't. I think being a principled person and being the person that I am, and I've spoken to people before. People have come to speak to me. I think where I'm coming from,
to the UPND.
No. I'm coming from a place where, despite whatever is happening, I'm happy from where I came from because I was supported fully. And I'm still being supported.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
people.
You have said that you're a person who is in office.
I'm a very principled person.
You are in that office in service of the people of Lusaka,
yes,
right?
But you stand
to serve the Lusaka people better, wouldn't you think it would be better for you to defect to the UPND from the PF to make your office, to make your work even easier in Lusaka City?
No, I wouldn't do that. And I'll tell you why I wouldn't do that. Being the principled person that I am, I'm also coming from an organization where I believe in what we had or what we have. You know what I mean? And I've shown everybody with the way I've worked and managed myself these last 4.5 years. I can, even if you're in opposition and you can still negotiate and work with the others and at least deliver to the people that gave you the mandate. I think it's okay. And we live in a democratic society. Why can't we start accepting that the people's choice is the best? Then the people work because I was the people's choice. And now we should vote for the person, not for the party. We need to vote for the person. They should see, okay, she's capable of doing this. Give her another 5 years. I think she must finish what she's doing. Or give him another 5 years. You know what I mean? Yeah. For me, I don't believe that to do my work, I need to jump and go to another party. No, I will not do that. Okay. And I want people to respect me. They must know I am. And that's why I said I'm not in politics for a job. I'm in politics for service. I already have my job. I'm a businesswoman. I'm a mother.
You're making money, so.
Yes, I've always, and I don't understand people who say, "Oh, she's building an empire." I built my empire a long time ago. They should be building their empire.
Look at you.
Talk about it.
Look at you.
Yeah, they should be building their empire. Huh? I really built my empire.
This is what I've been running for 30 years.
Please don't.
I think you buy shoes from my shop because I sell Italian shoes.
Wait, which one's the shop?
Nakachi.
No, he buys from China. Don't give him.
It doesn't matter. But
wait, Nakachi.
I'll tell you something.
Oh, really?
When I was a councillor in 2016, I drove into the local authority driving my Land Rover. Discovery 4.
Level, baby.
Somebody would say that I'm building an empire. My God, when I looked at that, I thought, This person should be building his empire, not mine.
Talk the talk.
I already have an empire. And I live in Roma. I've lived in one house for 27 years.
Talk the talk.
You know what? Yes, in Roma.
Aren't you 30 years old?
Am I what?
Aren't you 30 years
He's
old?
trying to flatter you. He's trying to flatter you.
Oh, your son is 30.
It's a way of saying you look good.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
You caught that now, huh?
Yeah, thank you. But you see, I'm just trying to tell you that there's some people that don't know who I am. So I'm very happy that I can actually tell people I'm not an extravagant person. I'm solid, actually. I must say I'm solid. But I just love to work with the people. I can get up and go to Mandevo and just walk in my slippers and be with the people, the women at the market. I'm okay with it. I love it.
Talk the talk.
Yeah.
I still didn't get an answer though on what we're doing with the vendors.
On what?
On what we're doing with the vendors.
Okay, so we have a company, like I said, Lusaka West, that is helping do the West management, and then also markets. They were building Munyaole Market in a PPP. So we are expecting that as soon as Munyaole Market is done, we can move some of the vendors into the market. And then we've built the Simon Mwewa Market, the controversial one that, yeah. But
Simon Mwewa Lane.
Yes, the market there. We just named it because, he was governor as well. He was a governor.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he was a governor before, yeah. But all those people that are there had once gone there. But I think you remember that there was a time that my new minister came in and said, leave the vendors alone. And all of a sudden they ran back. And then I had to go to him and say, Minister, that's not the way it was supposed to be done. He says, oh no, it was something else. I think I was misquoted and so on. So this is when you had an influx. Mm-hmm. So those are the kind of
very political things.
No, but you read that. You can't tell me you didn't read that. You read that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm telling you that there's so much politics involved in this.
Yeah.
But given a day, I don't think I would even want people waking up in the morning and selling salaula outside their houses. That's not me. You understand, huh?
Yeah.
That's why I would be so happy to be my own space because I'll be supported fully. You don't have to go there and push people that you can't do this, but you can give them an alternative. You can't be here. You can go to Mandevo Market. I'm giving you 3 days to park or a week. Or come and remove you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the kind of person. You remember last time I came to a school nearby here? Because the school had been calling because there was a car wash. And the kids at 10 o'clock were going to play pool. I came there because why would a 10-year-old go and play pool and buy alcohol? So, yeah. Okay, at least that car wash is not there. But there's so many things. Really, I would... it's not things that we can sort out in one day. Mm-hmm. It's a process. It's a process. And
progress is a slow process.
Often it's a process. And really, one day we'll get there. I know that for sure because we're putting things
in order.
In place. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, also for your question, we have markets and people must move back to the markets. But when you move people to the markets, you need to provide space and also markets. And I'm sure you've seen Munyaole Market. It will be done very soon. It will house more than 2,000 people.
2,000 marketeers?
Yeah, because they have small shops, big shops, and so on. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so as we're going, we're moving. When you provide the infrastructure, the people move. All we have to do is, like you said, enforcement.
All right.
But how do I do enforcement for them when they'll just go and sit on another drainage? So that's the empathy part of being a civic leader.
Yeah.
You have to look at the alternative as well. Yeah.
Okay, so there was an article that was posted where Mr. Jerry argues that there's a dispute between Simon Chitangala Mwewa and the Lusaka City Council, which is not just a local issue, but it's a test that Zambia's commitment is protecting indigenous businesses. He knows that Mr. Mwewa's family's business has been legally leased and used council land as a car park since 1988, consistently paying rentals, including 111,000 in December 2025. Showing a long-term compliance and reliance on the council approved arrangement. He warns that displacing a decades-old Zambian-owned business undermines national development as indigenous enterprises create jobs, keep capital in the country, and support economic participation. Do you know what this is about? Do you wanna tell us a bit more about what this is about?
Okay, a local authority in the council, you don't make decision on your own, and it's not something that I really want to go into details in because he really accused me, and I think it's upsetting, but I'll speak about it a little. Yeah, it's very upsetting, actually. He's not one person that I would like to discuss because I think when a person is trying to find themselves, they start attacking people who are innocent without understanding how a local authority works or what is supposed to be done. And that is the kind of person that I've found this person to be. Yeah. So I don't make decisions by myself. It's collective. A council not even a town clerk can make a decision on his own. It's tabled in a committee of councillors, about 10 councillors. You discuss, the legal team is there and so on. So if you got that piece of land in 1988, I don't think it was even 1988. I was a deputy mayor then. It was 2017. But it was there before, but there was no documentation from 1988. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So asking for documentation, you can't provide that documentation and you're not paying rates. I mean, the leasing fees, not the rates, beg pardon, leasing fees. Because you have been there for so many years and you're not paying, that piece of land belongs to you, the people. It's the people's property. Because you are who you are, you mustn't pay rates. I mean, the rent, the leasing fees. Is that correct? That's number one. That's already wrong. Mm-hmm. And then for the legal team to come up and say this, because they've reminded you so many times. The council just doesn't jump out and say, okay, we are coming out. No, you communicate because that's what the law says. And then when were you given time to pay? If you've been leasing this place for many years, what would you pay in 2025? Because the leasing fee should be maybe 500 kwacha or 300 kwacha. That little.
Per month.
Per month. So, or even, I don't know, but there are little fees. So if you can accumulate to over 100,000, how long is that?
Years.
You know what I mean?
Years, yeah.
Yes. So people mustn't just see this person ranting. I think it's wrong. We should look at exactly where this problem is coming from. And it's told everybody related, but I don't do illegal things. Even my own councillors will tell you, and your own team, we follow the law. We follow the law. I'm one of those people that follow the law. So yeah, that's all I can say about it.
So what do you say to people that say you're persecuting him because he wants to run for the same office that you occupy?
No. Listen, anybody can stand for the office of mayor, but I will not let somebody smear me as a human being, as a person. And I will not let somebody talk about my gender. Oh, the next mayor must be a family man because this mayor is a single woman and it's not workable. That's an insult.
That to me didn't make any sense.
That is an insult, not only to me, but to the women folk. And I'm still taking it up. Because I'm a gender fighter. I've gotten to this space, fought through, to make sure that little 10-year-old girl can also vie and know that she can be a mayor one day. She can be a vice president. She can be a president one day. So I'm not going to let a sexist bring us down as women. That I won't let. And it's still going on. I will not let that. Anybody can criticize, can talk about waste collection, can talk about drainages. It's okay. They're entitled. They live in the city. But you will not talk about me as an individual.
Especially
and
as a
also
woman.
Accuse me to say I'm building an empire. I already have an empire. I don't know about them. No, you know what I mean? That is also an insult. Look for your own empire because you have nothing. You know what I mean? That's also an insult. Yeah. That I don't like. You know? So if you want to campaign on developmental issues.
Policy.
And policy. Don't even lie to the people because lies come back. For example, I'll tell you, one of my biggest campaign message was to provide water, especially in markets. Chilando market being one of the biggest markets in Lusaka, only had one tap all these years. One tap. But because of my connections, supported by ICLE, and I'm a chairperson for ICLE Africa. ICLE is an organization that supports local authorities. Today, 3 months ago, we put up 12 taps at Chilando Market. So 13 taps. So I am such a happy mayor. If I go to Chilando Market, the marketeers love me. I know that. I've given them 13 taps. You know what? They only had one. So 12, that's 13 taps. So you must talk about what you're going to do for the people and do not lie. Because when you come into this office, things are different. Things are not the same. Yeah. And then what is the message going to be? No, you've got to be truthful. Like, this can be done. This can't be done. And I've found that in my office and being in the position that I am, in a position, that's the reason why I went out there and looked for support outside at regional level and at global level. And I've found that I can actually run the city just with support from outside.
Yeah.
I mean, you brought in $10 million.
Yeah, just run through that. Just run through
all
that.
of it is $18 million.
Just run through that.
The total is $18 million.
Let me just mention the projects, the 12 key projects that you're currently working on.
Yeah.
So we spoke about the Youth Climate Fund. That's $150,000.
Dollars.
Should I say dollars?
Dollars.
Early childhood development.
Yeah.
That's 10 million. We spoke about that one. Climate emergency stock take, $18,000. Pedestrian and safety road safety project, 50,000. Ooh, that's a lot.
50,000 what?
Dollars.
Bruh, let me tell you, this currency matters. Just don't say 50,000, right?
Dollar. All these are dollars, by the way. I'm talking about all these are dollars because the money is coming from out of the country.
Yes.
Agri-Food Links project supported by ICLE, which is what you just talked about. $60,000 came in. The Food Desk Initiative, ICLE as well, $60,000. Chilenge Market Transformation, $110,000. The City Gap Fund, City Gap Fund Drainage Improvement Project, that's 100,000. Another City Gap program, 100,000. The DRR4 Africa project, 2.4 million.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Dollars.
Dollars.
So if I pronounce it correctly, dollars. DA15 project, that is not indicated here. The amount is not indicated.
Yeah. But that's the one I went for.
The voluntary local review, $12,000. Yeah. That's the last one. That's 12 already. So total is what? $18 million.
$18 million.
Over a space of 4 years?
4.5 years. But all this has been possible because I have a good team at the local authority. I've built a team that has been working with me. And really, I must thank them because I wouldn't have achieved all this without them. And it's learning every day. So when you have this project, they'll come and explain to you why it's important that you should take part in this project as the mayor. And, you need to go and represent the city. And the city now is known. I'll tell you about the DA15, and it's under the UN. And when they invited me, the first thing they said to me was, "We're so happy to meet you because we've never met a mayor of the city. And we heard that you are very aggressive where work is concerned." So I was like, thank you. So it means that I've been recognized. I've taken the city to another level. Yeah.
Great.
So for me, really, that's why I wake up in the morning and I look at all this and I can go for work. Really. And one of the other things that you should know is that because of this job, the service, it's not even like, I actually use my own money sometimes to do so many things. Yes.
Money from Nakachi.
Because I have to pay for funerals, because I have to, help people out. I have to pay their school fees. I just do that. Sometimes, that's the heart you should have sometimes, because I'm thinking we don't have that kind of facility here at the local authority. And then somebody tells them at Apex. And I've just written my exams. I won't give you my results because I owe 8,000 kwacha. So what are you supposed to do?
So you call Bruno to go to Nakachi and...
No. I'll just, no. My son won't allow me. Oh, my son will not allow me.
This guy's a businessman, eh?
No, my son won't allow me, that's for sure. But I do get paid.
Where's Nakachi? I've seen that name somewhere.
It used to be at Manda Hill, now it's at the Cades. And then
I'm even seeing the font in my head right now. It's a bit of a slant thing, right?
Yeah, it's like person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you sell again? Clothes.
Clothes and a lot of shoes, Italian shoes. Yeah, Italian suits. Yeah.
You actually need to pay for this advertising we're doing right now.
You need to.
Yeah.
Because now everybody's talking Nakachi.
Nakachi, you know what I mean?
We didn't know that's...
And not that expensive, Kalenga and I.
Yeah.
We can send the invoice? We can send you the invoice?
I'll take you for lunch. I'll definitely take you for lunch. And of course, you can come and get a pair of shoes each.
Like, are you saying we can actually come... Bruno, we can actually come for a pair of shoes. We need to ask him because the guy who says no.
Yeah, he'll give you.
We're going together. Last question?
Last question?
I know with her you can go all day, I know.
But believe me, I've enjoyed myself. Thank you. I've enjoyed myself so much, really.
Serious,
You've made me relax. You've made me just say what I have to say.
Yeah.
And, the attacks have been so bad. And I would like people to know that I'm really in this job for service. Yeah. For the passion that I have
for the service,
for the city. And I know in the next few years, they'll remember me.
I think when you speak of attacks, for me, that's my last question. The question should be, who do you call or lean on when the weight of the city becomes overwhelming? Who do you lean on? Who do you call? Bruno. Who does the mayor call?
Bruno. Actually, he's one of my biggest supporters, and I ran to him so much. I'll tell you a story.
We love stories over here.
One time, when we're changing the mayor position, we had an election, so I didn't go through for the second term. Yes, but I had served like 3 years, so the next mayor was serving about 1.5 years and so on. And he's the current member of parliament for Mandevu. So when I didn't get the vote, and because you have voted, deputy, you have voted by the councillors. So the first time it was okay. So for the second time, I was coming, of course, feeling low that I lost it.
Yeah.
And as soon as I opened the door of the chambers, my brothers were standing there. 2 of my brothers were standing there, waiting to take me home.
Oh, wow.
That was that's my support system. You understand that? Wherever they were, they heard about this, they drove straight to the council. I just opened the door of the chambers, coming up. My 2 brothers were there, waiting for me. And they said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Not really." They said, "Yeah, we come to pick you up. Let's go home." So you see, yeah. So I have my family. I have my son there. And then I do have people that I've worked with, even people that in my political party. Yeah. I'll tell you, one of them, when that happened, one of them is Honorable Musuka, who sent me a message immediately and said, "It is well. Everything will be fine." You receive support from your colleagues. I think that is just fantastic. So I do have people that support me. And remember, I'm a Christian, so I have my reverend. I pray. My late mom was my biggest leader. No, not Reverend Reverend Simukonda from UCZ. Yeah. And then, of course, my late grandmother was tough. Every time I'm feeling low, she would actually tell me, "You are going to go out there and fight it out." Yeah.
Is that who raised you? Your grandma?
No, my mother. But I stayed with my grandmother. Even when my mother passed, my grandmother remained with us. And I've always been close to my grandmother. But my mom was and she was a businesswoman, by the way. So she was. Is
that where you got your knack for business?
Yes, all of us in the family. Okay. All my brothers and myself. She was a businesswoman, a strong one.
Nice.
Yeah, and yeah.
Okay.
No, that's look. There's a lot more questions, but I do not want. This obviously will not be the only episode that we have.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want a second and third episode where we're able to track progress around the things that we've spoken about today,
especially the noise pollution in town.
So the noise pollution, refuse collection. So we're gonna hold you accountable. We have spoken about this today. We can speak about this again in a month or two, or whenever you think we can be able to speak about it.
Our door is open.
Right. Okay, and if there is any improvement, Gob and Virgin will go and take a couple of photos in town and we will be able to post those. So we're able to see any improvement about some of the things that people have been complaining about. And if there's issues that you might have seen that you think could be done better, comment. I'm pretty sure Bruno will be watching this as it premieres on Tuesday. And so you will be able to see and tell her what people are
thinking and saying.
I think and saying.
Yeah.
A big shout out to Techno. We just got too excited. We did not thank our partners. Big shout out to Techno. We have got the Spark 20 the Pop 20 that has just launched. Can you guess the price of this phone?
Techno will always shock you with the price of their phones. Premium phone and it's 4-5 pin.
But can you guess how much the Pop 20 is?
It's a premium. Give me.
I'm not gonna give you. Just guess how much you think it is. Give me
8,000.
How much?
8,000.
No, like
Okay,
which
she
tier is
said
it in?
8.
Oh,
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Give me a price of how much you think the Pop 20 might be.
6,000.
6,000. Who's got the microphone? So I have an 8. I have a 6. How much do you think the Techno Pop 20 is?
What the Pop 20 is it the latest one?
Well, it was released this year.
This year 2026.
Yeah.
I'll give it at 5K.
Okay. Mama, you've been so quiet. What's your name there, brother? Cooper. How much do you think the Pop 20 is? Techno.
4.5.
4.5.
Yeah.
Bruno?
Does the winner get a free phone?
6
No.
6.5.
You're all wrong. 1,800.
oh no. Okay, I need to buy it. I need
1,800
to buy it
kwacha.
for somebody. Where will I get it from?
I think all the leading tech shops should have it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mobile
let's
City.
buy-
Fast Mobile.
City.
Yeah.
Or even Fast Mobile.
Fast Mobile should have.
Okay.
Mobile Monsters
So
should have.
you have to get it.
I
have to
have one
Right
that I'm
price,
using that has
right
not
price.
been released yet. So this is the Camon 50.
Can I see?
Beautiful,
I want
beautiful
this one.
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've told me. Beautiful, beautiful phone. So yeah, big shout out to Techno. You wanna thank our good friends at Price.
Yes. We should have brought you a case, but we have your number.
We
We'll deliver.
will deliver a case for you.
For brothers, yes.
For brothers.
I
Mocktails.
went, yes, and then pink gin is my favorite. The pink tonic.
I like
the-
the cucumber tonic.
Yeah,
Cucumber tonic is
exactly.
my favorite.
Oh,
No, but these
cucumber.
are mocktails. So we've got 5 flavors now.
So I
The
can
pina
have
colada.
pina colada.
Yeah. The mojito.
Yeah.
So this is what it
Okay.
looks like right here. But we will deliver a case to your house.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, serious. We know you can afford the whole.
We're getting shoes today. What's the least we can
What's
do?
that? What's a case of brothers?
I mean,
Oh, thank
so
you.
Bruno, what time?
This guy loves free stuff, shame.
Within an hour, we can go to the
Within
guys.
an hour.
This guy loves free stuff, shame.
You don't?
No,
Hey,
I
we're still
won't
next
go
time.
myself.
Remember, sorry?
Arcades.
No, hold on. She's saying something.
Sorry?
Yeah, to kids, so you can go to arcades.
Arcades.
Yeah.
Have you seen, man? You know, I was watching this meme that what they were saying, the way things can develop when you've got a new blesser. Have you
Arcades,
seen arcades?
That's why she moved. What do you mean? And all of a sudden, you can't find parking space at arcade.
Bruh, 2 years ago, arcades. Listen, you could literally play football right in the middle of the parking lot.
Now you can't find any parking space.
No car would come. Now, our man is good.
Yeah.
Our man is nice.
Till the next episode, guys, we've been stuck at 90,000 subscribers for the longest. We
All
take it to
we
100.
need is 10,000.
That's it.
For YouTube to send us a plaque.
I
That
mean-
silver one.
We've had the mayor come on because she saw the numbers and she said, I can do this.
Bruno came in and he literally knew Gob and Virgin.
Yeah.
He watches every single episode.
Guys, to the next
We've
episode.
got don't rush us out. We've got really important people that watch us.
She needs to go. She's running a whole city.
We
All you have is your 3 employees. You've got a whole city to run.
3.
Okay, you employed 1 more, so 4, yeah. Till the next episode, have a lovely day.
Respectful.